course, has something that has him fired up. Chris.
We have a lot to do. I don't have a third.
Yours.
I don't have. I got
You don't need it.
light audience
You don't need
today.
it. You don't need it.
You have us.
Oh, well, that's important. But where is Kimberly, JJ, Marcus? Anyway, here we go. All right, we got 3 good ones today. I don't know about you, and I understand they wanted Caitlin Clark to get to the championship game, but boy, oh boy, did that call drive me crazy on Friday night. That offensive screen foul call.
Yeah.
You cannot call this with the season on the line.
You're right.
It's 9 seconds to go in the game. It's 70-69. This is a game 7 of an NBA, and you call that offensive foul there and end the game? Oh my God! I understand. I live in Connecticut. I had to hear all the Connecticut fans moan and groan. Molly not happy about it either. I understand that. Maybe I'm a little biased, but that call cannot be made. I was trying to rack my brain. I can't remember ever, and I've been watching the NBA Finals since 1968. I can't remember ever where I saw an elimination game end on a possession becomes an official call and a legal block with a team down by 1 with the ball. That call was awful, a terrible, ridiculous call. You don't end seasons on plays like that. That's number 1. And speaking of UConn, if anybody out there in Kentucky, and this is a double whammy, if anybody out there in Kentucky, there's our Emma behind me, thinks that Danny Hurley is going to, after he's won back-to-back championships, is going to go to Lexington to deal with that mob that's the next that Kentucky fan base when he's already won 2 championships. Think again. Kentucky's got no chance to get Hurley. But back to UConn women. They got royally, I'm not going to use the word burn on Friday night. That's number 1.
Let's just hug it up. Let's hug it up. Oh, you're the best. You're the best.
Part two about him not going to Kentucky. You're absolutely right. Danny Hurley.
He doesn't want to go to Kentucky.
No, please stay right in scores. That's number 1. That's number 1. Kentucky isn't what they used to be. That's number 1. Number 2, and most importantly, you're right in terms of I was disgusted with the call. It shouldn't have happened. You don't make that call. But was it the wrong call? See, we can't have it both ways. You can't sit up there and say it's the right call. But it shouldn't have been made.
Hold up. If that was the NBA Finals,
I would have lost
you were there with Malika and the whole crew, and you
I lost it. I didn't like the call against you. I didn't like the I didn't like the call against UConn at all.
Yeah.
I hated it, but I didn't think it was wrong. I was just saying you don't make that call with 3.9 seconds left. That's the only argument I got.
First quarter you can make it. Swallow your whistle. That's number 1. All right.
And Hurley's not going to Lexington.
Absolutely. Why would he? He's the best coach of college basketball, and that's a dominant team. Stay there. Kentucky. Who needs Kentucky? Number 2. This one really bothered me. I screamed about it on radio. This could take a couple seconds to explain. Steve's got plenty of time. Did you see the Ohtani home run for the Dodgers? His first home run in LA uniform. It happened last Wednesday. We're going to show it to you here. This is against San Francisco. He hit the ball. Show it, Sam! He hit the ball in right field. Right center field pavilion. All right? The people who caught the ball, it was a couple.
Okay.
They were 27, 29 years of age. They catch the ball, and then 11 Al Capone goons from the Dodger marketing department marches out to right field. They bring the lady outside of the pavilion with her fiancé and separate them. So she can't talk to her fiancé about the ball, which, by the way, is worth $100,000 in memorabilia. But Ohtani wanted the ball. So the marketing guys tell the woman, 27 years of age, second language, be smart. We're not going to authenticate the ball if you keep it. So give us the ball. We'll give you a couple of hats and a bat. Give us the ball. So what if she can't talk to her boyfriend? He's 20 yards away. Who would say, honey, what, you nuts, this ball? The junk ball went for $1.25 million. So she gives him the ball. They give him a couple of memorabilia things, and they don't even bring her with a chaperone at the end of the game to go in the parking lot, and she gets mobbed. And then Ohtani, after the game, strongly indicates, go ask the Japanese media, that he number 2.
Okay, can I ask a couple questions?
Yes.
First of all,
I got something to say,
can
but go ahead.
you even do that? Like, separate the two of them?
That's
20 yards
It's not
apart.
even, like, legal. Why? They didn't
Exactly.
break the law.
What is she supposed to do? Call the cops?
So that's my first question. Then my second question is, why did Ohtani lie and say that he took pictures if he never took
He
pictures
strongly
with them?
indicated in his press conference that night that he met the fan. He did not meet any
And
fan.
then why did he want that particular
Because
ball?
it's his first ever ball, his home run as a Dodger.
Okay. Now let me say this. You're 1,000% right. But it's even worse than you articulated. Here's why. On one hand, again, the ball is worth about $100,000. You could have given the couple some money. You know what I'm saying? Rather than being cheap. Secondly, the separation. That's a legal matter as far as so you do
Yeah,
separate
that's messed
That's
up.
number 2. Number 3, since he gave indications that, dare I say, were erroneous or downright false, as you just articulated, weeks removed from an investigation
Which he claimed.
where he had claims of innocence.
I don't see
You
the
understand?
night then.
And he blamed the guy. So what I'm saying is that, excuse me, with anybody else, we would have connected dots and we would have said, wait a minute, what kind of behavior is this? You're lying about something this innocuous. That's an investigation in the betting on baseball. That's what we're talking about. That's what we were talking about weeks ago. In other words, of course, they were saying they had nothing to do with baseball, but it was a question because people weren't necessarily believing it. So just weeks weeks removed from that, to lie about something this innocuous.
Yeah.
If you're willing to lie about that, how honest and what level of veracity do you entertain
100%.
on something so far more different?
And
But
I'm just
I
wondering.
think one last thing, what he could have done. Say he really wanted it, his first home run as a Dodger.
check.
But that's what I'm saying. You keep it and then you do something for the couple. You do some type of gesture, whatever it is,
Something.
monetary, give them, front row seats, whatever.
Don't be
That kind
crazy.
of, yeah.
And give Plasky the other Times credit.
Well, he's one of the best columnists in America.
Give him credit because he's the one who made this, and then the Athletic jumped on it.
The voice of LA, him and Jim Hill.
Good job. That really bothered me. That's a rotten thing to do to some poor couple there with a split. That really.
Separating them?
I mean, so you guys agree. All right, that's
Totally.
Let's have some fun now with number 3. Okay. I hope it rained like the dickens a couple days ago on Monday. The last thing I wanted to get wrapped up in is that stupid sky with that dopey moon and that dopey sun. I got the dopey glasses, I put the glasses on and looked up. What a disaster. And how about the poor fan? Think about this for a second. We had Americans, look at you, what a joke that is. We had Americans who traveled around the country, Buffalo, Cleveland, and spent $1,200 when hotels are gouging them for rooms to see the moon over the sun for a couple of minutes. You gotta have something more important to do to that. You have go outside, get the glasses, look at it for 10 seconds, and come back inside. That's me. When I was in my garage, I went outside, I put the dopey glasses on, I threw them away.
And what'd you
That's
think?
the end of it.
Will you move?
And it was interesting for a second. I wouldn't travel to Buffalo, Cleveland, Fort Worth, Texas. It starts at May. Who cares? They move back baseball games to accommodate this. How dare they move back opening day? They move back the Guardians game to show the stupid sun and the moon. Nobody in America cares. Number 3.
Well, first of all, you got to have those glasses on to protect your eyes, so it's perfectly understandable why they would delay some baseball games because you don't want to look up to the sky because it'd be damaging. That's number 1.
This looks like a model pose right now.
Number two, I was outside of my studio.
Oh.
All right, and I went outside of my studio to look at.
GQ magazine?
No, it wasn't, but that's what I was wearing the day I did my show, which was Monday. So I'm looking at this, and my daughter's insisted that I watch. So Daddy went out there to watch because my daughter's told me to, and it was a nice
But
experience.
how about the people who actually spent a fortune to travel 300 miles to watch something like this?
They're addicted to nature.
But it's stupid. Oh, it's stupid. Come on. Don't
They're
do that.
addicted to nature.
But don't lend the money to a charity.
What money?
Well, I mean, $1,200 to stay in a hotel to see the moon over the sun for 20 minutes?
Clearly they could afford it.
You would eat gummies and bat with Fat Rob on your couch. People might think that's stupid. Some people want to look at celestial things.
And by the way, they spent their money on what they wanted to spend it on. You spent your money to lose it.
Yeah.
when you're gambling all
Yeah,
the time.
that is ridiculous.
Which is more ridiculous.
I did well this weekend.
Well,